In Chaos Zero Nightmare, we have two different kind of characters. We have combatants and we have partners. But what is actually the difference between them? Well, that's what we're gonna be talking about today. Hello everybody, welcome to the channel, my name is Hako. In this video, we'll explore the difference between combatants and partners. Now, if you've been playing for a while, this might be very obvious, but I aim to be like a channel that covers the small stuff and the big stuff, the basic stuff and the advanced stuff. So let's go over what partners actually is. So, my first experience with this game is I went in, I did my pulls, then I managed to get some really cool characters, like Rachel, and I was like, she looks awesome, I'm gonna main her. Then I went into my agents and I couldn't find her. That's when I understood that there's a difference. So, partners are kind of what a signature light cone would be in Honkai Star Rail, or a signature weapon, say in Genshin or Wuthering Waves. And it's a signature engine if you're more used to Zone Zero terminology. So we don't actually play the partners per se, they are more accessories to like our other combatants. Does that mean that they're bad? No, it means that they sometimes are very good. And here's the thing, most combatants, let me take myself away for a minute because I feel like I'm blocking stuff. Most combatants or all combatants, they have kind of an intended partner. For Kalip, the intended partner is Zeta. Now Zeta is great if your name is Kalip. This is a very specific partner just for Kalip. And every new character that comes out on its own banner, they also come out with an intended partner for them. So Yuki, for example, she's on the banner right now, and her intended partner is Westmacott. There is also what you would call it, a standard banner partner array, and we can look at them all here. Now, all of these characters, they are crafted with a specific combatant in mind, but sometimes there's an overlap and they can be very good on like several different combatants. Noelle, for example, she is Orlea's best-in-slot partner. Marianne, for example, is the intended partner for Mei Lin. Now, she can still be used in other Ravage-focused teams, but she shines the brightest with Mei Lin. Bria is great on Chiron, but can also be used on Tressa. Scarlet is fantastic for Rin, also good on some other strikers. And Asteria is the intended partner for Haru. Partners comes in 3 different rarities, 5-star, 4-star and 3-star. Now, some 3-star partners are decent enough, but resources are kinda scarce in the game. I would say try not to put too much resources in 3-star partners. Now, with the 4-star partners, they are like generally a little bit less specific and more like broadly available by a single class. Lillian, for example, she's kind of great with any of the strikers. And quite frankly, the 4-star ones are really good. Which one is the best? Well, it depends on what characters you're trying to build. I feel like I want to give an extra shout out to both Rachel and Lillian for being excellent and very broadly appealing for their classes. Now you might be wondering, Hako, can I take one partner and then like use it on characters outside that class? You can to like just receive a stat stick, but any sort of flavor text you will lose. On Zeta, for example, we can see Vanguard additional effect, and then it's everything like below here. So the stats above this, they will be active no matter like what class you put this on, but the flavor text will only be active if it's on a Vanguard character. If, for example, I were to put Yuki on Zeta, you would see that this comes up as an error and I would be receiving the stats, but I would not be receiving the flavor text. Zeta is fully upgraded and, the stat boost is very minor compared to the flavor text, so I would say don't really do this. Another thing that's worth talking about while we're on the subject of partners is that you can actually like hunt down specific partners. If, for example, you find a main, you really want to power up Kalip, Yuki, like whoever, then, let me move my camera a little bit, then you can save up your Moment of Radiant Heroes. This is an item you get when you pull duplicates of characters on the banners. Now, what most people probably will do is just buy new anchors with them and call it a day. What you can do is either you can save up to 400 and then you can buy like an additional copy of a character to like further invest into their, what's it called, ego. What you can also do is you can save up 300 of them, and then you can pick a free, and then you can pick whichever partner that you want. So as you can see, this is what I did. This is how I got Zeta. Now, Kalip, she's the fucking goat. I love her. She's the character I wanted from the beginning. So instead of buying pulls back for my duplicates, I saved up and I got a Zeta. And I noticed a significant increase in power compared to when I was running her on Rachel, for example. So if you have a character you really want to main, like focus on, this is a good way of doing it. Also, you will notice that West Makot, which is on the banner right now, she's also just sitting here waiting to be picked. So in my opinion, I think that this is a very, very good way, and me personally, I'm not going to be buying pulls for them. I'm instead going to be saving them for partners. In some cases, maybe duplicates of the characters, but most likely for partners. I actually didn't know that they were this quick to add them in here, that we can already get West Makot while she's on the banner. That's kind of huge in my opinion. And for a final note when it comes to partners. Now, we don't actually play them, but they all come with their signature EP skill, or ego skill. So, for Aislan, for example, she has Inno's Guardian, which gives 100% shield, and at the end of the turn, you get to retain 50% of your shield. So, they're not just stat sticks with flavor text, they also come with an ultimate. And these additional ultimates or these additional ego skills, they range from, decent to extremely good. Zeta, for example, is amazing if you're playing Kalip. It only costs 2, deals 200% defense-based damage, and you draw your highest cost card. This is fantastic. West Makot costs 3, you take 1 card from your hand, then you put it back on your draw deck, and then you draw that card. And personally, I really like that this is a thing. It makes me feel like there are more characters than, just a stat stick or whatever. Also, minor little thing, whenever you go camping, whenever you visit a rest place in a chaos run, you also do see your partner sitting there around the fire with you. A little bit minor, but I thought worth mentioning. So everybody, these are made to be short and sweet. And like I said, this wasn't any groundbreaking information that I think most people already knew. But there are a lot of new people coming into this game day by day. So I thought I just want to have the bases covered as well. Because when you're just starting up, you might pull a partner and be like, this one looks awesome. Why can't I find it? Why can't I play it? And yeah, that's the difference between partners and combatants. If you have any additional questions regarding partners, please slap it in a comment before the video. Also, if you feel like I forgot to mention something, slap that down there as well. And if there's any additional information and notes, also check the comment section, because that's where I'll be pinning them. Everybody, if you enjoyed the video, feel super free to leave a thumbs up and maybe subscribe to the channel. Chaos Zero Nightmare and Sender Zone Zero are kind of the main gachas that I'm covering. So, everybody, as always, thanks so much for watching. Have a big hug. Until next time, Hako out.